let's talk just a little bit about how you approach a character and just your technique as an actor. Perhaps in this case, for this film, Thomas Cross, like how did you approach, is it from the outside in, inside out, or do you have a technique? Or?
How do I approach a character? Well, I guess, you know, like for anything, like I said before, I pretty much look for a character that has like a really interesting growth, you know, and it doesn't have to be a huge character, just something that changes in him, you know, and I just basically think about that character a lot, and you know, go to bed with that character running in my head, and usually think about it too much because by the time I get to the set, usually it's completely different what comes out, and usually it's just kind of really going with the motion and going with the flow, and you know, having an idea of where you want to go, but at the same time being able to be flexible with that, you know. But that's a great feeling, man, because usually as an actor, you know, it's like in between jobs is where the problem is, because then you're not doing anything, and I'm watching, like, One Life to Live, and, like, you know, as the world turns, eating bonbons and shit. But when I'm working on a movie, I'm being really productive, and I'm creating somebody in my own mind, which is cool, which I love to do. And so yes, the character is on my mind a lot, but can I be Eddie? Yeah, I can be Eddie. And there are actors that, like, you know, kind of like can't, you know, like are just weird. I don't even know. They're just weirdos.
Do you consider yourself an actor working outside of the mainstream, sort of Hollywood mainstream? How would you characterize your own path?
My own path. Yeah, it's kind of worked out that way, that I work outside of the mainstream. And part of it has to do with I usually like the scripts a lot that are like a little less mainstream, and sometimes they've actually become mainstream without me even like knowing they would. But yeah, I usually like scripts with unhappy endings and like some death going on, and you know, or just I don't know, or happiness, I don't know, something, but just something like new and exciting. Not something that I've read 100 times. Like, I hate like teen movies, dude. I hate them. I hate those big teen movies. Ugh, I wish they'd stop.
Do you think the fact that perhaps you started with your first film being such a huge phenomenon, that do you feel like you're avoiding that kind of thing in the choice? Are you avoiding being thrust in that sort of Hollywood machinery?
I really don't know. Like I said, I mean, I definitely like, you know, to be successful and to keep getting parts, you kind of have to keep making a name for yourself, you know? That's just one of the unfortunate truths of this business. But I've been really lucky. Even though there's been times where it's like been slower, most of the time I've had a pretty good career, and it's lasted for about 14 years now. And I don't know, you know, if something really big and really good came my way, I would do it. If they offered me a good amount of money, hell yeah. But nothing has, you know, and you know, I'm usually just busy with like littler projects, you know. But it's nothing against, like, you know, big movies. Though most of the big movies, like, these days kind of suck. Like, they're not good like they used to be, you know? I don't know.
Do you, do people here consider, do you think people who are producing films, do they consider, how do you think they see you, sort of, are they seeing you as sort of an outsider to the system, or so how do you think you're perceived in Hollywood?
Basically, I would hope, if I had a hope, I'd hope people see me as somebody that tried to say something with the projects he picked and, the characters he plays, and, maybe there's something deeper lying, between, like, all the kind of exterior stuff of my movies and stuff, and maybe I'm actually saying something, maybe I am, you know what I mean, maybe something, that's what I would hope, Kind of like, basically, like, I would hope that there's somebody out there that watches my movies kind of like I used to watch other actors as a kid and, like, was really inspired. I hope I'm inspiring in some way or another, which is maybe not true, but I would hope that that's my dream if I had, like, an outline plan for what I would like,